Hello, fragrance family. Welcome to another episode of my Wick-End Deals series. There is lots of newness, a few good sales, and I'm going to talk all about those. We're going to start with Kringle today. They have so many new releases, followed by Goose Creek. Same, so many new releases, even just since my last episode last week. Then I'll share with you a couple of sales going on. One at Yankee, and Bath & Body Works isn't doing it for me this week. We're going to end with that. Let's go over to Kringle first. They have lots of new candles that they released this morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon if you're on the East Coast. They released 4 new reserve candles. They also released 19 new 3-wicks. Now, these 3-wick jars are not their usual painted ones, which I'm kind of disappointed about that. These are label jars. We'll get into that. I'll explore those with you. And then they also have sales going on Easter and Floral. There is a sale on the new Single-Wicks as well. Let's go check those out. Okay, so we're just on the main page here. If you want to check out the reserve, you can just click this View All under the Shop Reserve collection. They released 4. There's this Lotus, White Lotus, by the way, not to be confused with the show. Ambassadors are making lots of connections to the show with this, which is fun. I think if you want to, in the spirit of watching White Lotus, you want to snag this. But just know this is not a licensed candle like the Nest candle is, or like I think Homesick has a licensed White Lotus candle. This is just the actual flower, White Lotus scented. This one has been a favorite of many of the ambassadors I've watched, described as kind of just soapy, fresh, and clean. Not a purchase for me. Scent notes are citrus, floral, dewy green, aldehyde, musk, and floral. So that one there's lots of interest, I think, in the reviewer community, but not one I would pick up just because I'm not huge on florals. Watermelon mint, which is melon, citrus, mint leaf, herbal, sweet, and musk. Love the label on that. Not sure about how I feel mixing mint and musk with watermelon, so I passed on that one. There's this lemon splash. This is one that I picked up. This one has lemon, citrus zest, sparkling aldehydes, citrus green sugar. I picked this one up. It's been described as smelling a bit like you squeezed lemon into water, that it's really fresh. I've heard that it gives cleaner vibes. I'm okay with cleaner vibes as long as the cleaner doesn't smell heavy or oily. So if it's just a really fresh, citrusy, bright lemon, I'm here for it. So I did snag this one. Now these are not on sale. However, you can use an ambassador code. I do not have an ambassador code. I am not yet a Kringle ambassador. So you'll want to search out somebody either on Instagram or YouTube. There's quite a few of them. I always just rotate my codes to be fair to all the ambassadors that I subscribe to. I would say just choose one, put your code in, and you can get 15% off of these new candles that are not on sale, the reserve line. So I did pick up that one, and then the last one is Cherry Cola. Also some mixed reviews on this from ambassadors. Some of them saying it's just a cherry almond fragrance. Some saying that the ginger is too strong. I heard cherry almond, which is a favorite fragrance for my husband, and I thought, well, I've got to try this one out. So I did snag this one as well with that ambassador code. So that's the new reserve line that came out. Again, only 15% off if you have an ambassador code. Then they released, y'all, 19 new 3-wicks. I'll highlight, this does say limited edition, so I assume these are not going to be sticking around. There is a sale, although I don't feel like they made that very front and center. It's kind of just down here at the bottom. And when I first logged on, I was like, I thought these are supposed to be on sale. Didn't realize that they really were until I put 3 in my cart. Even though it says right there, it's not where my eye went. My eye went to kind of like the razzle dazzle of this image here. They are 3 for $33, which is a really good price for their 3-wicks. I think the only better price I've paid is when they did 6 for $60. And y'all, of all the 3 wicks I burn, So Bath and Body Works, Yankee, Kringle, Goose Creek. Kringle's 3 wicks are the best performers for me. They're 100% soy. They're clean. They burn slow. They burn evenly. No residue. No sooting. They're just amazing. So I did pick up 6 because it's rare that they go on sale. I wanted to try these new fragrances. Trust me, I was tempted to buy more, but I stuck with 6 just because I can't buy them all. 19 is too many, especially with Goose Creek over there killing it with the new releases. Oh, my. I'm going to go broke spending money on these for sale candles. Okay. Anyways, let's dive into their new fragrances. Now, these are not their traditional painted jars, which are the ones that I'm under the impression are going away. I actually don't even know if this is like what they're transitioning to. And when they said they're doing away with the 3 wicks, they just meant the painted and that this is going to be their new vibe. I will say that if this is the direction Kringle is going with their 3 wicks, I would like a price discount because $24 on the regular for a labeled jar is just not something I'm going to pay for. I really liked the painted. They look more attractive. I think the design was just beautiful. I loved the texture on them. The label jars just feel like, I can get that at Goose Creek. I can get that at Bath and Body Works. I do feel like the painted jars set Kringle apart. So if this is where they're going, kind of sad that's the transition they made. But at any rate, they've got some good fragrances in their new limited edition line. Okay, lots to get through here. I'm going to do the quick view, share the scent notes, and then I'll tell you which ones I got. Baby powder, picked this one up. Baby powder, lavender, citrus, and floral. Simple, but I love baby powder fragrances, so picked that one up. Bubble bath. This one I thought about, and ultimately ended up not getting it. Mint, eucalyptus, basil, bergamot, clove, and floral. I was intrigued by the clove in there, but then with the eucalyptus and the mint and the basil, I thought it might be too bright for me. Garden Park. Beautiful picture on this one. This one sounds gorgeous. I did not pick it up because I see a moss note in here. I do not like moss. So rose, white lotus, floral, violet, moss, and wood. Their Spanish moss was so masculine to me, I didn't want to risk it. I did grab this Golden Vineyard. This one sounds delicious. It is grapes, rose, berry, leaves, and wine. I'm interested in how that grape will play out. Picked up Grandma's Lemonade. That one is lemon juice, pineapple, vanilla sugar. I told my hubs, I was like, I'm a little bit worried about that pineapple in here. He said, let's just give it a try. I said, okay, fine. You don't have to convince me too hard to pick up a lemon candle. Letters from the Heart. I also thought this one smelled really good or sounded really good. Peony, blooming jasmine, and sandalwood. Problem is, I have a lot of rose, peony candles that I'm burning in May. I don't really feel like I have room to add one more to that rotation, so I'm going to pass on this one. I hope I don't end up regretting that because that does just sound like a beautiful fragrance. I did pick up Life's a Beach. That one is tonka bean, amber, jasmine, and sandalwood. A little bit of a risk here with the amber. It could be too sharp. The jasmine could be too white floral for me. But I'm hoping that that tonka bean and that sandalwood will help to warm things up and ground it. So I'm here for this one. I want to give it a try. Usually anything with tonka bean, it's going to go in the bag. Love and Roses. You got another rose fragrance. This one's rose, pink peony, and fresh bouquet. If I were to choose from all of the new rose fragrances that came out, I think there's 3 of them in this new limited edition collection. This would be the one I would go with just because it's got that fresh bouquet note in it. I assume that's going to bring in some green, which sometimes I feel like rose scented candles need to help balance it out. I did pick up this Magnolia candle, picked up the one from Goose Creek a couple weeks ago. Enjoy that one on cold. I want to burn this one side by side in my open concept to help amplify. This one is Magnolia, fresh leaves, and lemon. I really like the picture on this one. Mahogany. This one's mahogany, driftwood, citrus, and fresh herbs. I do not like mahogany, so I passed on that one. That one's probably going to be pretty masculine. Melon medley. This one's watermelon, citrus, and vanilla sugar. I would have picked this one up, but I just grabbed farm stand melon from Goose Creek. I like melon fragrances. I don't know that I am gonna love it, and I don't know. I mean, maybe I should pick this one up. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. I get confused. I get analysis paralysis. I could pair this one with the Goose Creek one. I am hearing that that one is having some low throw issues. There's still time. The sale is still going. I can still go back and buy more. But I do like the fragrance notes on that one, but ultimately just pass because it feels just like farm stand melon to me. This one, both my hubs and I were like, yeah, this sounds interesting. We thought about getting this one, but it felt too fall to us. Fresh berries, apple, autumn leaves, caramel and spice, sugar, and woods. I think if this were August, I would absolutely pick this up. I could buy it now for this price and store it. It's not worth it to me. If it's still here in the fall, I'll pick it up. I doubt it will be. But there's plenty of good fall fragrances, including, I'm sure, from Kringle. I didn't shop them last fall, but I imagine their fall scents have got to be pretty stellar. So I'm going to pass. We have pistachio crema. This one is dropped pistachio. What does that mean? What does it mean to drop? Is that like a nut harvesting term? I hear dropped pistachio. I think two things. The nut fell off the tree and it's like rotting on the ground, or you dropped it on the floor. So I don't know where the creative team was going on this one, but that's not the best word choice. Dropped pistachio, sweet pralines, sugared vanilla cream. I am pistachioed out. My March empties, I got through 4 different pistachio candles. I need a break. By the way, if you didn't see my empties video, I'll put a link in the description. It's a long one, but I don't know. It's pretty entertaining, I think. I'm getting some positive feedback on it. So that's pistachio crema. Passed on that one. This one is Sandy Shores. Orange, lemon, mandarin, peach, currant, and mango. Hubs and I both were leaning towards getting this one. It kind of just sounds like a basic fruit punch. Ultimately, we passed on it. That's because with this sale, it's 3 for $33, but you have to buy increments of 3. So it has to be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. It's too bad if you want to get the whole collection, you're going to have to pay full price for one of those. So we got up to 6, didn't have enough to get up to 9. I also just don't want 9 Single-Wicks, new Single-Wicks coming into the house. I have too many coming in right now. And I'm already filling up rotations for like May, June, and July. I want to have some freedom in there. So we passed on this one, but normally this is one we would snag, and I think it's going to be really pretty. Just feels very fruit punch to me. Strawberry jam, the hubs wanted this one, so this went in our cart. This one's strawberry, lemon, vanilla buttercream. I assume that the lemon in this is going to be really subtle. Usually when you make jams, you do add a little bit of citrus just to help balance some of the sweet and add some like zing to it. But it's always whatever fruit you're using for the jam that's forward. So I assume this is going to be strawberry strong with a hint of lemon and then sweetness from that vanilla buttercream. We'll see. I'll let you all know when I get it. I'll do an unboxing. Sugar plums. This one is sugar plums, blackberries, floral, amber, and vanilla sugar. Again, thought about this one. I do like sugar plums. Actually, the farmer's market near here sells sugar plums, and they are delicious when they're in season. The problem is I have bought sugar plum candles, and I feel like they're too artificial. I feel like Yankees is artificial. I do not like the smell of Bath & Body Works sugar plums, so I passed on this one. Intrigued by it, but I passed on it. Teakwood, no thank you. But if you like teakwood, pick this one up. I saw burlwood and my brain went flashback, to the opening of the burlwood and oak from Goose Creek. No thanks. And this one has oak in it too. Burlwood, cedarwood, oak, musk, and rosemary. I'm seeing some overlap. I feel like this one, actually Goose Creek's whole line that has the farm stand melon, burlwood, and oak. I feel like there's just a lot of overlap with the scent notes from Kringle. And honestly, some of these, y'all, if Kringle had put this out sooner, I would have gone with Kringle over Goose Creek. Like that melon one, I probably would have snagged Kringles over Goose Creeks just because in general, I like the way Kringle candles burn better. They're cleaner. They burn more evenly. They have their wick wax formula down so that they're just perfection. And for the same price, I would choose Kringle over Goose Creek any day. So I am sad they didn't release these sooner, and I probably would have bought more of these and less of the Goose Creek ones. I love my Goose Creek. I love that they're reliably affordable, but their quality is just not as good. Tropical Blooms, Hibiscus, Fresh Strawberries, and Fruit Punch. We thought about this one too, but that hibiscus, sometimes that can be kind of sharp or just too bright for me, so we skipped out on that one. And then we have Vacay. Vacay is pineapple, sweet apple, floral, and coconut. Again, we were a bit torn on this one. I'm not a fan of pineapple or apple, while he is. I'm more of a fan of floral and coconut, although not my faves, and he is not. So we just said, nope, this isn't for us. So we skipped out on that one. Okay, looks like we got through all of them. You know, sometimes when you click the back button, Kringle puts you in a different place. So hopefully I got through all 19. But anyway, a lot to explore there, a lot to choose from. Great sale price on these. I would say if you want any of those, pick them up because Kringle doesn't do sales on their 3 wicks very often. We're not done with sales at Kringle, y'all. It is a good weekend for Kringle. Okay, Easter sale. They've got 30% off Easter and floral fragrances. These are select ones, and I will add that the ones of the new spring summer line that are on sale are the ones I have already not enjoyed, so I'm not picking any of these up. I did also just do a unboxing recording of my Easter candles. I am most impressed with the lemon marshmallow, but did not pick up a back stock just because spoiler alert, you'll see it in my unboxing video, but it's just kind of smells like sugared lemon, and I was expecting more of a marshmallow note. I have lots of sugared lemon. Pretty much sugar lemon candles are a dime a dozen. I don't need a backup. The carrot cake was not creamy enough for me, so I'm going to pass on buying that. But if you're interested, they've got some good stuff on sale. It's not the best sale. Honestly, I probably, even if I had something here that I really liked, I might not snag at this price. But nothing here really intrigued me. And there are some of the new spring summer release line that I do really enjoy, such as the sea salt and bergamot, but that one's not a part of the sale. So skipping out, I suppose. This lemon tea and roses is a part of my tea series. It's very lemony. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan, so I didn't pick that one up either. Got some peony, rosé all day. I'm tempted to get that sage and Palo Santo, but not in the mood. Yeah, all the ones, see the Spanish moss, no thanks. That one's really masculine. Thought about the succulents, but also felt pretty masculine to me. And then they have one more page. I think it's like Winter Iris is on here. Yeah, so pretty good sale there. And then they also have still their Daylights collection for 50% off. So if you want to try their whole spring summer release line, you can snag the Daylights. Those are normally $48. They're still half off for $24. Okay, that is it for Kringle. My gosh, what a weekend for Kringle. So many new candles, relatively good sale prices. If you're looking at the 19 new single wicks, the 3 for $33 is a pretty good deal. Easter and floral, not the best sale, but hey, it's a discount and you can get that affiliate code for the new reserve line. So awesome weekend for Kringle. Now, Goose Creek, we're back at 5 for $55. They love that sale lately. There have been, at least 2 other sales between last week's Wick-End Deals episode and today's. They did a buy 3, get 4. They did a, was it $10.99 odor eliminating. That only lasted one day, which is good because it wasn't that great of a sale. Now they're back to 5 for $55. Again, no idea how long this is going to last, but they have released two new series since my last video. One of those is, of course, because I just finished up editing on my final 3-part episode of my coffee series, released coffee house candles. And y'all have already been asking me, oh, does that mean there will be another episode? Yes, of course. So I don't know. I like to kind of theme my channel as reflecting my academic background. In academia, I don't write textbooks because publishers don't pay you and it's just boring. But when you write a textbook and you change a few words, you just call it the second edition and you republish it. Or you do it again, you call it the third edition. So there's always like multiple editions of academic books. So I'm just going to call it Best Coffee Candle Second Edition. And give you all some insights. And I'll probably try to figure out how to map this in with the other scores. So give you like reference points of how I would compare these to the other candles in the other episodes. So I feel like there will still be some crossover, but I think this might just be a let's just focus on this series. Unless, of course, which is highly plausible, another candle company comes out with a coffee house series, then I would mesh them together. At any rate, I did pick up all of these just as a way to try them out for you all, let you all have the experience of getting a cold sniff, warm experience. And whether or not I end up researching all of them is another story. We will see depending on the scent notes. But let's go ahead and check these out because there is, a lot of them? I don't remember. I know I snagged them all. I think there's 7 or 8. Okay, so the first one is Vanilla Mocha Cappuccino. Scent notes on this one are dark chocolate mocha, rich espresso, and vanilla foam. I'm hoping this one reads heavier on the espresso than, say, their coffee house one does. I don't know, y'all. We'll see. I'll let you know. Toasted pistachio muffins. So despite my feelings of being over a pistachioed, I did snag this one just because it's a part of the collection. Toasted pistachio, vanilla extract, and warm muffin. Don't know if I'll like this one. Sometimes their baked good notes can be a little off-putting to me. Strawberry coconut milk. This one kind of feels more like smoothie vibes to me. Sweet strawberries, fresh acai, and coconut milk. I don't know. Hubs will probably like that one. I probably won't be a big fan. Salted caramel macchiato. This one is drizzled caramel, sea salt, foamed milk, and espresso. I'm just assuming this is going to be a caramel bomb. More by way of like caramel macchiato from Starbucks versus an actual caramel macchiato, which is just like a hint of caramel and then you mark the foam with the espresso. I think this one's going to be Starbucks level sweet. Iced coconut chai latte. Now this one, I'm going to add this to my tea series, not my coffee one, because I am doing a chai tea episode. And this I think fits much better with my tea research than with my coffee research. This one is spiced chai tea, creamy coconut milk, and vanilla creme. This one, I think this one's going to be gorgeous. I don't want to speak before I get it, but it sounds very yummy. Bourbon peach coffee cake. Those of y'all who are peach fans, I think you're going to like this one. For me, not so sure. Fresh peach, bourbon vanilla glaze, and crumbly cake. We'll see. That crumbly cake can feel a little bit burnt, weird bakery. The peach can be too sour. But I'm going to give it a try because it was a part of the collection. And the last one, which I think I'm most excited about, is the sweet espresso. And that one's roasted espresso beans, almond milk, and vanilla froth. No, you can't have that. My cat loves to eat plastic. This is from the Kringle unboxing. It's not for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can't eat that. He's got, was it Pika, where he eats stuff that he's not supposed to eat. Story of his entire life. Luckily, he hasn't gotten super sick from it because we're just really good about trying to keep stuff away from him. But he's quick, you know? It's like I've had this out for Half hour? And he's already found it. You're going to find it in the new box over there too. Yeah, I know. Okay. Sorry. Cat distraction. Okay, that's all of them, right? I got through all of them. Let's see. We've got 2, 4, 6. Yeah, there's 7. Okay, the next new line is their garden. What are they calling it? Garden something? It's their garden line. Some of these are repeat fragrances from last year. So Lavender Twilight is not a new one, but that one got released. Y'all, these jars. Beautiful. Gorgeous. I love the florals, the kind of decorative elements. I love the font. I love the colored glass. Oh, beautiful, gorgeous. I would order them all, but again, I don't need them all. I did pick up Lavender Twilight. Oh, let me give you the scent notes on those. Because it sounded really good. Summer did tell me that the throw on this one isn't as great as what she would prefer, but it's got blueberry, it's got lavender, it's got vanilla. I will just use it as a desk candle if the throw is bad. Sugared lavender, wild blueberries, and vanilla clouds on that one. They re-released Willow Tree Lane. I did not snag this one. This one is Willow Trees, Sweet Melon, Wild Blooms, and Soft Moss. I saw moss on there and noped out, although the other fragrances on there sound divine. They have a new fragrance, which I ordered for y'all. We're going to be testing this one out, which I think this one may be here. I did get 2 Goose Creek orders. I know one of them is the new like plain jar, and I think I have this one, so I just have to unbox it and film it for y'all. Forest Blackberries, Woodland Greens, and Sheer Musk. I cannot wait to sniff that one. Although, again, creative team, why are you including pictures of bugs? Like, I don't understand. I don't want to think about smelling. It's natural, it's earthy, sure, but I don't want to think about bugs crawling on the leaves that went into fragrancing my candles. Yuck, but also, I get it, but no. Okay, anyways, Butterfly Garden, this is a returning fragrance. This one is Apple Blossoms, White Jasmine, and Creamy Coconut. Passed on that one just because feels like a lot of white florals to me. We have, where are we at? Firefly Fields. I did get this one. This is a new fragrance. Plus, I grew up in the Midwest. We have fireflies. They're gorgeous. I miss them so much. When I moved to the West Coast, I didn't realize the like small things I would miss about my hometown. And fireflies is one of those things. Fireflies and thunderstorms, I think, are the 2 things I miss the most. So this just feels like, ooh, I'm going to like lighting this one, even regardless of how it smells. Glowing Vanilla, Radiant Woods, and Warm Amber. I might not like this at all, given those scent notes. We're going to give it a try, though. Frogs on Lily Pads. Snagged this one, because this is also a new fragrance. Water Lilies, English Bluebells, and Crystal Waters. Honeybee Hollow, also new fragrance. Love the little honeybee on here. And look at these daffodils, y'all. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wild Honey, Vanilla Bean, and Amber Woods. This one could go south for me. Again, I'm just going to try it. I'm not a huge honey note fan, but it's a new fragrance. I want to share it with y'all. Eucalyptus Mist. I passed on this one, although I think if you're looking for something really refreshing, this would be a good choice. Fresh Eucalyptus, Sparkling Bergamot, and Misty Woods. That one is a returning fragrance. And then their last new one, Ladybug Lane. The jar. I mean, come on. It's gorgeous. I can't get over how pretty these are. Orchard Peach, Red Raspberries, and Fresh Wildflowers. Sounds intriguing. The fruitiness with the floral. I'm ready to give this one a try. I don't know, might not like it. Wildflowers can be bright. Peach can be sour or bright, sharp. But we're going to give it a go and see how it turns out. Okay, so that's the newness at Goose Creek. Now, unlike with the Kringle sale where you have to buy in increments of 3 for the 3 for 33, the 5 for 55 at Goose Creek, you do not. You just have to get to that 5 candle point, and then everyone after that is $11. This does exclude the licensed candles. I did try, just in case, to see if it was glitching out, put 5 strawberry shortcake in my cart. It did not glitch out. These are not a part of the sale. So it's just the non-licensed candles. However, y'all, so much good newness. So many candles to be excited about with all the newness that came out last week, plus these new ones. Good weekend to be shopping at Goose Creek. Now, is 5 for $55 the best sale price? No. 6 for $60 is better. 60% off is slightly better. But those sales happen rarely. I'm not saying don't snag these now. I'm not saying wait. I'm saying do what's best for you. If you can hold off, there will be better prices. If you're super excited and you just want to get these, order them. You're talking about fractions of $1 off of every candle that you're paying extra for. Not the end of the world. Okay. I did have somebody ask me a question about it was like a $2.95 charge, which, by the way, it defaults to that the first time you order from them. And I didn't know about it until the second time. I was like, what's this $2.95 charge? And you just have to turn it off. There's like a little button that you can turn off. Actually, let me just add something to the cart and see if I can show you where that's at. Yeah, it's right here. This little button right here. So if you've never bought from them before, that's going to be on. That's the default. So if you don't want to pay that $2.95 charge for expedited shipping, just turn it off. I will add that I have paid that price and I have not paid that price, and it doesn't matter. My candles still ship at the same time. And I'm almost entirely convinced, I have no evidence of this, but I feel like they always package stuff on Thursdays. For whatever reason, Thursdays are when I get my notifications that my orders have shipped, which usually just means the label has been created. And then it can be the one I ordered Tuesday. It could be the one I ordered the previous Friday. For whatever reason, Thursday is their day. So maybe that's just me. I don't have any real proof that that's the case. But I have not found this paying extra $3 helpful in getting my candles faster. And for whatever reason, even when I have paid for this, it's like they go all the way to that 48 business hours and then it will ship like the next day. So I wouldn't pay for that. There's no reason to. It doesn't help. All right, let's head over to Yankee Candles. Now their sale is really only good if you want to spend $100. They have a 50 off of 100 or a 20 off of 50. 20 off of 50 is okay. But if you're looking, for example, to buy 3 candles, then you're getting those for $50 off. So 3 candles would be roughly, $102? $50 off. It's about half price. Or if you're looking at buying some candle holders or room sprays, like stuff that's not necessarily always a good sale, to get up to that 100, I would say take advantage of this. If you want to spend more than 100, you're getting up towards 150, 200, do 2 orders. Because this is, it only has so much benefit. You kind of have to do the math to figure out the best price point. I will say that the buy 2, get 2, buy 3, get 3 is just as good of a sale. So if you're not in a rush, you can hold off. Now, this new line was released last weekend officially in stores. Some stores had a preview 2 weeks ago. I did go to the store this past weekend. I took this video over here. The display is so adorable. Almost enough to make me buy the whole line. I don't need that many candles, so I did only snag 2. I picked up the, let's come down here. I picked up the Sun Gold Tomato, which I am going to be doing a Lighting the Way episode on. Here's what that looks like. This one is, oh, so much text. Tomato leaf, tangy lime, grapefruit, garden mint, golden tomato, black pepper, tomato vine, vetiver, and fresh herbs. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't feel like I necessarily get any of those notes in there. They blend so well that it kind of just smells like greens with like a fruit essence. So I think I'm getting like some of the sweet juiciness of a tomato, but you also get the lime and the grapefruit. And all of the sharpness is just kind of balanced with some of those more earthy notes. So it's good. I like it, but I don't necessarily think sun gold tomato when I smell it. I'll have more on this in a Lighting the Way review. I also picked up the honeybee tea candle in that series. That one is for my tea research. Snagged it because it's going to go in my Southern tea episode. This one is lemonade, citrus, black tea, iced tea, mint leaves, green, honey, and simple syrup. Some people who have reviewed this one already say that it reminds them of like honeyed cough drops, honey lemon cough drops. On cold, I definitely get that vibe, but I also think it's just the way that the lemon and honey is hitting off of kind of the bitterness of the tea note that's in there. I think it's also possibly the mintiness is giving it a sort of like sinus clearing vibe that reminds me of a cough drop. I'm hoping that on warm, it warms up a little bit and becomes more grounded from the tea notes. We'll see. It will be in my Southern tea episode. By the way, that series is going to launch probably end of April. So I'm taking a trip to the Pacific Northwest to visit my sister. During that trip, I'm going to have my coffee, the last of my coffee series, publish, and it'll be 3 days in a row because episode 4 ended up becoming a 3-part series. There was just too much to talk about. Then when I get back from that, I'm going to wrap up the research on my first tea episode, which is going to be green tea candles. And those will start airing on Tuesdays. And I'm calling it Talking Tea Tuesday. So every Tuesday, we'll have a new tea episode, and I think there might be 7 or 8 episodes total. So it'll run for a bit, 6 to 8 weeks. You're going to be having tea episodes every Tuesday because there's a lot of tea candles on the market right now. This one's going to show up in my Southern tea episode, along with some really good ones. I think it's got some stiff competition. I don't know that it will rank well compared to its comrades, but I think it's good in its own right. I really wanted this one. I had to control myself because I don't need it, but I really like this one. One, the color, y'all, the blue, beautiful. This is Garden Rain Shower. Scent notes are dewy greens, garden rain, bergamot, wet soil, rose petals, white petals, wood moss, sweet patchouli. The moss was not masculine in this. The patchouli was just nice and earthy. And then you've got the bergamot. It's a gorgeous aquatic rain vibe candle. Absolutely will snag this if there's a better sale and or if this ends up going to clearance because I'm in love with it. I just didn't get it. And even now I'm having FOMO just thinking about the fact that I didn't buy it. Last one in this series is Emerald Herbs. I also really liked this one on cold. If you like green candles, pick this up. Fresh lemon, eucalyptus, green grass, thyme, herbs, garden dew, geranium, moss, and earthy soil. I did not think I would like this with the geranium, but I do. It smells good. I would get this if it goes on a better sale or if it goes on clearance. Although, yikes, someone gave it 2 stars. Why are they complaining? Smells like moldy weed smell. Yo, I'm here for it. I want moldy weeds. Although I think maybe they're talking about pot. If they're talking about pot, do you not like that? I was expecting more fresh grass. Yeah, maybe they just think it smells like weeds. I don't know. You say weed, you gotta clarify. Do you mean like weeds or do you mean weed? I didn't get mold. I don't know, y'all. People say mold and I'm like, ooh, I want to smell that one. I think I like what other people call moldy. All right, so anyways, that's Yankee. That's their new candles. Not much else going on other than that sale. The sale ends Sunday night, so you'd want to take advantage if you're going to. But again, I think there's better sales. Oh, you also need a code for that sale, and it's Gardener. I'll put that here, actually here, in case you want that. And that's not an affiliate code. That's Yankee's code. You have to put that in to get that discount. All right, last but not least, Bath & Body Works, which is really boring this weekend. Not excited at all. I'm still going to go shopping on Saturday, but you're only going to see hauls from my outlet store. assuming I find stuff that I want there, because I just, the sale is not that great, y'all. It is $10 off all candles. I should say you're not going to see candles in my haul from the regular store, because I have news about their body care sale this weekend. So it's $10 off all candles. Not at all a good price for 3 wicks. Pretty good price for single wicks. That brings most of those down to $6.95. Problem is, I don't really need any single wicks. I stocked up at the last single wick sale and the one before that. So I don't have anything. I might pick up an almond croissant, because I'm already burning. Actually, that's like been burning for 2 days in a row now. I'm already burning the almond croissant single wick that I got for the April rotation in my bathroom. I'm putting that side by side with Goose Creek's single wick coffee house. Yes, those two together, amazing. So I may actually pick up another almond croissant. We'll see. I don't know. I shouldn't say I'm not going to buy things, because I'm just lying to myself and I'm not telling you the truth. I probably will buy things. So anyhow, single wicks are a good price. I would hold off on 3 wicks unless you like need one for a gift or, a party this weekend or something. It's not worth the $10 off. There's going to be much better sales. Now, Saturday and Sunday, there is supposed to be a big day for body care. I assume that's going to be like the cheapest price of the spring season so far. I do have my eye on a couple of body care items. I want to pick up another backup. Actually, I don't have a backup at all. I want to pick up a backup of the Belle body cream. And I think my husband is eyeing the Perfect in Pink. He needs more body wash and more body lotion. He already almost got through. He's got like that much left of the reward that we snagged a month ago. He's been focusing on that one. I'm like, dude, you got to help me get through these other ones. He's sticking to Perfect in Pink. That's fine. The other ones will get used up. It's just going to take a while. So we're going to snag probably one of each of the body wash and body lotion in Perfect in Pink. So there will be items in my bag, just probably not candle heavy this weekend. If I pick up candles, more likely to be from the outlet store, because they're going to have better deals. That's everything. Oh, this one ends 5:59 a.m. Eastern Time. So just say Sunday night. You technically have until very early Monday morning, West Coast. I am not going to be getting up at 2:30 in the morning or staying up that late to shop this sale. So I'm going to end what I want on Sunday night. But really, I think Saturday will be good for me. All right, y'all. It's time for you to let me know. What are you excited about? Which sales are you going to take advantage of? Have you or are you going to pick up any of these new fragrances at Goose Creek and Kringle? I would love to hear about your excitement. Share with me in the comments what you think, what your desires are, what you've already put in your cart and paid for. I want to help build community, give each other insights, and communicate with one another. Also, if you like my Wick-End Deals videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you appreciate this content on my channel. The ones that get the thumbs up, the ones that get the views, that's where I'm going to focus my energy, because these videos, they take some creative energy, and I want to make sure that it's worthwhile to you and that it's enjoyable to me. So if you like these, give me that thumbs up. If you are returning, thank you for being here. This was a long video. We had a lot to get through. I appreciate you coming and spending time with me. There are lots of options on YouTube where you could spend your time, and I really am grateful that you spend it here with me. If you are new, welcome. If you like this video, I do this every Thursday, usually publish it on early afternoon Pacific time. Check those out, subscribe, sign up for the notifications if you really want to be notified as soon as it's posted. I'd love to have you in the comment section communicating with us, and I will stop here. I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to share my Easter Kringle haul with you all on Friday tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Hope you have a really great rest of your Thursday. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye, everybody.